Hello friends and welcome back to Simply Excellence with NC. In the series of effective presentations and PowerPoint, and another useful and interesting video where we would be looking at, we will unleash the SmartArt graphics which are there. We will look at how to use SmartArt graphics in your presentations, how to manipulate those SmartArt graphics. We'll explore the world of images and watch the video till the end, and we will use of Excel data in your presentations, which is the most important Excel data into our PowerPoint slides, which is most challenging job sometimes. So let's start with our journey, and we'll start with the first thing, that is how working with your SmartArt graphics. When we talk about SmartArt graphics are available for doing various, and we want to reflect or we want to portray certain information in the form of some graphical depiction, which is not a chart or a graph, which we want to still give an engaging effect so that people get engaged in our slide. So PowerPoint gives us something called as SmartArt graphics. So I've just made a new slide here, and in this slide, when we go to the title and the content layout, we have discussed the type of layouts in our previous in our earlier videos, in the earlier video on PowerPoint. Now here what we have is, in the add text area or the content area where we give our main content, we have options where we can insert a table, we can insert a chart, and we have an option of insert a SmartArt graphic. We can use SmartArt graphic either from here, or we can go to the insert tab and use the SmartArt graphic. So when we talk about SmartArt graphics, we have various type of SmartArts, or various categories, you can say. Like if you want to depict a list of items, then PowerPoint gives us various ways in which this list can be depicted. You have processes, you can depict your processes in various ways, you can specify. You have cycle, if there is some cyclic kind of a thing, you want to depict something. Hierarchy, generally for organization charts when we want to prepare. Depending on your requirement, you can choose any of these SmartArt graphics. Let's say we want to put a process, for example. So we have a process where the various type of ways in which we can specify the processes, and you just simply have to select any one of these patterns, or you can say styles, whatever you want to call them. So like for example, step down, this is a step down process, or you have something called as an accent process, whatever suits your requirement. Like for example, I can take step up process, and we click on OK. Now the moment you choose this, I'm just taking this example, you can use any one of these. Now the moment you take this, what happens is, there is this diagram which comes here, there is this object box which opens, which has these options to write. Along with that, there is a box which opens for the SmartArt graphic text editor. Just in case you are unable to view the text editor, on the border of this SmartArt graphic, on the left hand side border, you have an arrow which you can extend to get this. Now this is the place where you can edit the text. So I can type here, let's say initiation. You just have to click on the next one and you can get initiation. After that, approval, for example, then implementation. As of now we have only 3, but I want to have one more process here, and you can either insert that process by coming here, and last one what we have just now selected, right click and insert a shape. Instead of that, you can say add a shape before or after. So I can click on this. On the last one I have clicked on add shapes. You can click a shape after, or you can create a shape before. Easy way is, after the last process what you have done, you can just press enter, so it automatically adds a new shape here, and then completion, for example. What you can do is, now what are the manipulations you can do with this? If you see, as you have 4 corners, these are what we call them as control corners of this particular SmartArt. You can either increase the size, you can either reduce the size from the center. Ideally, any of the objects what we use in PowerPoint, or for example, in fact even for the matter of fact in Word or in Excel as well, avoid using the middle control handles to manipulate the size of the image or the object, because that distorts the presentation of the object. If you use the middle handles, it distorts the image. If you see, it has become condensed if I bring it back. But when you reduce or increase, it reduces or increases the size of the image equally from all the sides, so the image does not get distorted as such. What else can we do with this particular SmartArt what we have inserted here? You can change the colors of this particular SmartArt. You don't like this, you can just, because by default it will take the color combination of the slide design what we have taken initially. You can change this colors, you can go to change colors, you can choose any of these colors which are available, but these are available as per the design of the slide. Like for example, I've just taken this, but if you don't like these also, then you can individually you can go to each one of them and format them. You can change the, you just click individually on the first object or on the first level, go to shape fill and choose whatever color you want for that particular thing. Like I wanted yellow, I'll take yellow for example. I want a different text color, I can take a different text color. So I have the option for changing the color from the normal font, from the normal home tab. I might want a different font color. For this one I might want a different color, I might want a different shape fill. It's up to you. You can change it if in case you are not able to get it in the design of this particular SmartArt, because these colors would be dependent on the design what you have selected or the design theme of the whole presentation what you have selected. This was inserting SmartArt. Now let's insert a new slide and we will see how to insert an image, which quite easy, as we have just now seen how to insert a SmartArt. Similarly, you have an insert image, you have an insert video, you have an online picture and you have a picture. Either go to the insert tab and use the picture tab, or go to the picture button and choose any one of these pictures. So like for example, I am just selecting my logo here. Once you select a picture, you can format this picture. You, in your picture tools, in your home, in your tabs, you will get a format tab, and above the format tab you will get a new picture tools and the format tab for the picture. We can crop the picture from this area, whatever way you want to crop. In fact, what you can also do is you can crop to the shape you want to crop. In fact, what you can also do is you can crop to the shape as well. I'll show you. I'll first crop it like this, and then you can crop the image to shape. So for example, I can crop an image with a circular shape. So you just have to right click again and crop. So it will crop the thing to circular shape. And because I have used a cropping of a circular shape, my half S is gone from here. So you can crop an image as per shape. As I said in a couple of minutes back, do not change the size of an image from the central control handles or the control handles which are in the middle of a vertical line or the horizontal line. Always use the fill handles or the control handles which are there on the corners, the top left, the right bottom, the left bottom and the top right bottom corners. You can place the image anywhere wherever you want to, drag the image and you can place the image anywhere where you want to. Now you must all be waiting for the last part of this video, that is, and a very important thing is when we are making presentation, and especially when we are making presentation for financial data analysis or review meetings for analysis of our reviews of our financial status or the sales status, whatever, most of the time, or not most of the time, always we have our data in our Excel sheets and we want to show that Excel data. But unfortunately that Excel data sometimes is either too huge to be shown on one slide or too big to be shown on one slide, and it becomes difficult for it to be visible on the slide, or we cannot include it because of certain factors which are there because of the size and the visual effect of that. So let's see how we can use that Excel data. There are multiple ways, there are a couple of ways what we can use to make it better presentable in a much better way. So first option we look at is I have an Excel file which is there where I have this Excel data on my Excel sheet which is available. I want to show this data in my PowerPoint presentation. One way is you can simply copy this data. I will just simply, and I'm assuming we have formatted it the way we want to format. I simply copy it and paste it in my presentation. Now the moment I paste it in my presentation, it comes something like this, which might not be very appealing to when we run the presentation. So what we will have to do is either we will have to format the whole data here as well. We'll have to format this whole table the way we want to show it in PowerPoint again. Like I will have to format it again here, make it bold, whatever I wanted, whatever color combination. Other way is I say no, I don't want to do this. It might be large amount of data as well, like I'll come to the large amount in a minute. We have done some formatting here and we want the same formatting to be there as well, and we don't want anything very complicated. So what I'm doing is I will just select this data and we will go to copy and we will say copy as picture. We will select the option of copy as picture as shown on the screen as a picture and click on OK. And when we go to PowerPoint, we just simply paste it as a picture here. And now this is as a picture. In my PowerPoint, we can just adjust the slide structure a little bit so that this data can be shown in a much better way. And we can show this data as a picture in this. But here there is no linking of this. I will show you another method where we are not bothered about anything. I'll just copy the area, the data, go to paste, and I will choose paste special, keep source formatting. Now when I keep the source formatting, I get the source formatting here the way I want it, but it is still not linked. So what I will do is I will go to paste special. In paste special, I will choose an option which says paste link, Microsoft Excel worksheet object, and I don't select display as icon as of now. I click on OK here. What has happened now is this particular data has got pasted as a link in the Excel from the Excel file. Anything getting updated there gets reflected here. For example, if I just go to my Excel file. I will just change the data there in my Excel file. Now here there was a pivot table here, so I'll just have to do one thing. I will just change this number in my master data so that my pivot table gets updated. A pivot table has got updated. That means this table has got updated. So, and you can see the data in your PowerPoint has also got updated. So this is paste linking of your sheet. Here this data was okay enough, quite a reasonable amount of data, and I was able to fit it into the slide. We can fit this amount of data in the slide somehow by adjusting it, or manipulating it a little bit here and there and adjusting it, and just trying to see how to adjust. See, now this is because I'm using the middle handles, the whole picture, the look, the visual effect of the picture was going back. I'll just keep it like this. In case you have data which is a little bit of a more data, you want to give the details or something to someone and show it, and you want to show that, so what we will do is I will select this data, which is large amount of data. Now if I use this data in a new slide, I create a new slide, and if I paste this in this particular slide, now adjusting this data in this slide is a big challenge for us. Can you notice? It's very difficult to adjust this data in this slide. So what? Even if I will take a layout which is without the title or anything and try to adjust it, while running the presentation, this amount of data will never be visible. Even if I run the slideshow, this data will never be visible. So what we can do is, we will go to paste special, paste and display it as an icon, and we click on OK. Now this is as an icon here. So when I run the presentation, it shows that there is a data here. There is some data what you need, and you need to see that particular data. So what you need to do is, after this icon, what you will have to do is right click on this icon, go to hyperlink and link it to the file what you are using. So I'm using my file. So when you run the presentation, you can always click on that link and you will come to that particular file. So you can hyperlink the data to that particular. So in case, so we have seen three ways. One is you can either paste the data normal, copy and paste. You can paste the data as a link from Excel, so that any changes in Excel you can use that to update it in your presentation as well. We have seen it how to put it as a picture, and we have seen how to get it in case the data is too big and you cannot in any way fit it into the presentation. You can use it in the link. I hope you enjoyed the video. Continue watching the channel, subscribe to the channel, and have a nice time.